did what I was supposed to. That's not fair.
We gotta make it, but it's cozy in the rut. Too busy coping to see what we've all become. A hooded man is stopping, got you on the run. Don't look back, his face is just the muzzle of a gun. Don't look behind you or it'll find you, yeah, but you better run. Do I need to remind you, this is way too better than anyone. I don't recognize you, I used to like you before all that we done. Do I need to remind you, this is way too better than anyone. For the lights off and they all through a fence.
What's going on, ladies and gents, and welcome to episode 10 of Crimson Championship Wrestling. I'm BT Savage, and of course we got Max Hit Mad, and this episode's packed, jam-packed. We just come off Cemetery Gates, a great pay-per-view event, lots of drama, lots of excitement, and now we're going to do another episode of Ignition, where it looks to be a decent show. I'm keen to get through this one. What are you gonna say?
Oh, dude, look, I'm just keen to keep progressing with this save. I'm really keen. Yeah, for everything. But honestly, man, I'm keen to see who Robert Roode picks in the main event tonight as his opponent.
Yeah, that would be very exciting to see. But
For sure, man.
I think I'm ready. I'm ready to get into this one.
I'm ready. Let's kick it off, man. Let's get into it. Episode 10. We made it. We had doubts. We didn't have doubts. People had doubts. We made it. Let's get into it.
Just like that, we're straight into Ignition 7 in front of 295 people in the MSU Pavilion Auditorium. As we, let me get it right here. I'm bloody blind. As we kick off the show, we got the Kevin Steen coming out. Obviously, he just won the CCW World title at Cemetery Gates. You know, the ring is decked out in balloons and streamers. A huge banner reads, "The reign of Steen has begun," as Kevin Steen struts down to the ring in a suit jacket over a t-shirt. And the CCW World title draped over his shoulder as he's chewing gum, grinning ear to ear. The crowd is showering him with booze. They're just booing the shit out of him. As Steen gets on the mic and says, "Take a good long look, everybody. This is what a real world champion looks like. For years, I've been told I wasn't marketable enough. I wasn't polished enough. I didn't look the part. Well, guess what? None of that crap matters anymore because I'm the one standing here as your CCW World Champion." As the fans boo, Steen mockingly holds his arms wide, soaking it all in as he says, "You people didn't believe in me. Don Callis didn't believe in me. Christopher Daniels sure as hell didn't believe in me. And yet, here I am. I beat the fallen angel. I took his precious title. And now this company is mine. You're looking at the man who's going to run CCW into the future, whether you like it or not. And make no mistake about it, I'm not some paper champion who plays dress up. I'm the baddest son of a bitch to ever hold the belt. And anyone stupid enough to step up to me is going to end up the same way Daniels did, flat on their back, wondering what hit them." And then suddenly, Christopher Daniels, his music hits as the crowd pops big. The former champ walks down the aisle, banished but burning with intensity as he gets the mic. And he's looking, got a deep glare into Steen. He says, "Cut the crap, Steen. You want to run your mouth a bit about being the best? Fine. But let's not forget you didn't end me. I've still got my rematch clause and I'm cashing it in at end state. It's going to be me, Christopher Daniels, versus you, Steen. One more time for that belt." The crowd pops huge and they're chanting, "Daniels, Daniels." But since he's laughing, man, he's laughing, he's shaking his head. He says, "Oh, of course you'd come crawling back for another beating. But you see, Daniels, I don't just want to beat you again, I want to finish you. I want to end your little fairy tale career once and for all. So yeah, you can have your rematch at end state, but only under one condition." As Steen, he gets dead serious now. He's stepping even closer to Daniels. He says, "It's going to be an I quit match. And when you say those words, when you quit in front of the world, you're done. Because here's the deal. If I beat you at end state, Christopher Daniels, you never get another title shot against me as long as I'm champion. Period. The crowd, they gasp. But Daniels doesn't flinch. He stares a hole through Steen. He then slowly nods as Daniels says, "You want another quit match?" Well, fine. Because Steen, I'd rather be broken, bloody, than left with nothing than ever quit this business. At end state, I'm not just taking back my championship. I'm ending your reign before it even begins. The two stare each other down, the tension boiling over as the fans chant for end state. They're chanting for end state, the pay per view name. Oh, we love our crowd. Steen smirks. He's clutching onto that title tight against his chest while Daniels points at it with fire in his eyes. We cut to a commercial break, and wow, that is huge stuff. 73 rated promo.
That is absolutely huge, and of course, both guys work in the crowd. Obviously, right? Let's be honest. It's these two. These two are probably two of our best on the mic. So this is awesome to see, man. A 73 and a good promo from both gents.
Great stuff.
We then go into a one-on-one match, our first match of the night, of course, singles action, as we have Adam Page taking on Desmond Xavier. In a 13-minute match, we have Adam Page win with the Buckshot Lariat, 53 rated match with a 52 from Page and a 45 from Desmond Xavier. This ain't bad, man. This is two of our mid-card guys to lower mid-card at this point. I'm going to be honest with you. I hate to say it, but it's kind of true. I'm sure they'll work their way up the card and whatnot, but this is a really good match for them at 53.
Yeah, no, decent match from both men.
For
Yeah,
sure.
Page, he's young. Both men are young, actually, and they're up and coming, future stars.
We should also point out that there's 295 people in the MSU Pavilion Auditorium here in Michigan. So, yeah. Anyway, we're going to cut backstage now.
Cut backstage, the lights flicker, and the screen turns granny black and white static as Sami Callihan stomps out, hair wild, jeans torn, carrying a steel chair covered in barbed wire as he's breathing heavy, almost rabid, as he paces the backstage area of and the crowd they're watching close, man, on the screen. And as Sammy says, people still don't get it, do you? You don't understand what's happening here. CCW is supposed to be the rebirth of pro wrestling, and I'm the one dragging it into the darkness. Every week I come out here and I bleed. I make someone else bleed, and I prove why I'm the most dangerous man walking this planet. He slams the barbed wire chair against the floor, and we hear the crowd. They're booing, they're cheering, they're excited. They're excited, as Callahan says. But that's not enough for me. Nah, I crave more. I want bodies broken, spirits shattered, careers ended. So next Ignition, I'm doing it again. I'm issuing another open challenge, a deathmatch open challenge. You think you're tough? Prove it. You think you're crazy enough to step into my world? Try me. I don't care if you're a rookie, a veteran, a so-called legend. When you walk into a deathmatch with Sami Callihan, you don't walk out the same. Hell, you might not walk out at all. Callahan pulls the barbed wire chair close, resting his forehead against it as his voice gets more lower and more sinister. I want somebody stupid enough, brave enough, or suicidal enough to step into my nightmare. Because once you do, your blood's on my hands. And when it's all said and done, they'll remember one thing. This is Sami Callahan's world. And in my world, everybody dies.
Damn.
Wow.
Sami Callihan, man. Proving a point. I mean, he won the last one, right? He beat Willie Mack, so I wonder who's going to step up to the next challenge. But 58, man, that's a pretty good promo for Sami Callihan.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
For sure. It is now time for women's action as we have Demi Bennett taking on Candice LeRae in a singles match. And in a 41 rated match, Demi Bennett actually picks up the win with the Bennett bomb. 26 for Demi and a 42 for Candice. So Candice a fair bit better, but Demi's literally been in the business for only a couple months now. So I'm curious to see where she goes. I'm curious to see where Candice LeRae goes. The women's division has been shaken a little bit, obviously, with the Serena Deeb leaving, and but yeah, things are gonna turn around very quickly. I think, BT.
I agree, and these two women proving it.
Yeah, very
They do
good
it
gimmick.
Yeah, Yeah, Candice LeRae did
Yeah.
well, and Demi Bennett, yeah, good win.
It's all building. I think we're in a fun spot here with the women. But now it's time for tag team action, and that's a really fun spot we've got at the moment. So I'll let BT take it away with the tag match tonight.
All right, tag team action as London and Kendrick pick up the win against the War Machine. When Paul London pinned Rem and Rowe with a London calling. 61 rated match there, 64 for London, 55 for Brian Kendrick, 36 for Hansen, and Raymond Rowe with 35. Kendrick off his game. Obviously, Rowe and Hansen just still don't work well as a team, which does not make sense to me, but it is
Yeah.
what it is. But a
It's
good win for London and Kendrick.
it's one of those things that we're still going to keep them in the tag division, and over time, hopefully, they get past that timing issue, and maybe eventually become a tag team that's worth noting. You know what I mean?
Exactly, I agree.
For sure. But now we're going to go to Don Callis, who is going to talk about the tag division in general. So let's get there. All right, that is terrible. That is absolutely terrible promo there. I know that sometimes having the target can also bring it down, but wow. Anyway, Don Callis, after the match, sort of walks out to the stage, with his smug grin, microphone in hand, getting booed, of course. Let's talk about the so-called kings of the tag division, the Golden Lovers. Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi, two international darlings who walk around like they own this company. They've beaten the Young Bucks, they've beaten Redragon, and they've gotten just a little too comfortable at the top of the mountain. But what happens when the mountain shakes? What happens when two men come knocking on my door? Two men who don't care about your love story, your flashy moves, your pretty little victories. What happens when two men say, Don, we want the Golden Lover's head on a silver platter? Well, I'll tell you what happens. I listen. Because Carl Anderson and Jeff Cobb have come to me personally and asked for a chance to end the reign of the Golden Lovers. Anderson, a machine gun with the deadliest right hand in the business. Jeff Cobb, well, he's just a walking tank who throws men around like rag dolls. Together, that's not a tag team. That's an extinction level event. And I've decided to give them exactly what they want. At end state, Jeff Cobb and Carl Anderson will challenge the Golden Lovers for those CCW World Tag Team Championships. The crowd's obviously booing, but also kind of shocked. Do you know what I mean? They're like, what? But wait, don't think I've forgotten about the rest of this division. You want to talk about depth, you want to talk about competition, let's raise the stakes. Because at end state, there's going to be another war, another battle. A triple threat tag team match, and the winners will become the number one contenders for whoever leaves end state as champions. That's right, the American Wolves taking on London and Kendrick, taking on the Young Bucks. Three of the best teams here in CCW and here in the world, colliding in one match where only one team will leave standing tall. So go ahead, cheer for your precious Golden Lovers while you can, because their fairy tale ends at end state, courtesy of Anderson and Cobb. And after that, whoever wins that triple threat will just be lining up for the scraps. CCW isn't about love stories. It's about survival, and only the strongest survive.
Wow.
Wow, he drops the mic and sort of walks away. It is now time for the main event. It's going to be Robert Roode versus question mark. Let's get into it. 32, by the way, very, very, very rough, but that's okay.
Yeah, let's see Robert Roode picked here. And looks like he picked a young Will Ospreay. Oh my goodness. And in a 63 rated match, Robert Roode does indeed defeat Will Ospreay with a payoff in just under 12 minutes. 67 for Roode and a 52 for Will Ospreay on his debut here in CCW. Great gimmick as well. And hey, look, it's a decent main event. Can't be mad with that.
No, not at all.
And,
I think Robert Roode kind of picking Ospreay as like a who's this guy, the rookie, one of the rookies in the businesses, but actually kind of taking him to the limit, 12-minute, not the limit, but putting on a good fight, a 12-minute match,
Yeah, no, good stuff there. Good win for Roode and a good showing for Ospreay.
For sure. I think we're
Love
going to end up.
that.
I don't think we're going to hit over a 60 rated show. Let's just put it that way. Don't even know if we'll get that.
I can even get like a 63, 64, you know?
In a 59
Oh.
rated show, that's fair. That's honestly fair.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's not bad. Obviously, on the pre-show, we also had ACH defeat Peter Avalon, who was just a one-night signing. Yeah, but I think the praise just go to Daniels and Steen.
Yeah, they had like the best segment of the
Yeah,
night.
I think it does.
Yeah.
I think it just goes to them too. That is Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash. That's good.
You know, that's something else we can do down the line too. Is always give it to the announcers and stuff as well. But they seem pleased, which is good. Financially, it's rough, but
Ooh.
things are going to happen in the future. I can see some stuff happening in the future. We also added All Japan to the alliance. But there's some companies that are going downhill with some dojos. The fact is, guys, we say it every time. We don't have to make money for 3 years. We're not even a year in. It's all good. We're going to be okay. Wait till that merch money hits as well. But let's check our popularity. And that is a good way to help us. Up to 25 now in the Great Lakes. It's happening, BT. It's happening.
Going up in most of the US, going up
Yeah.
in the UK as well.
Yeah, man.
We'd love to see it.
Yeah, I do want to just say a massive thank you to everyone that has watched this episode and has continued the support throughout all the episodes. We are so keen. We've pre-booked probably pretty much up to the next pay-per-view, so we're excited to get into that. But man, this is going to be so much fun. I can't wait, man. I'm going to kick it over to you to say the goodbyes.
Yeah, look, thanks for anyone sticking around and who's, again, as Matt said, watched this series the whole way through thus far. We really do appreciate it. But like this video if, of course, you liked it. Comment down below your thoughts on the episode, your thoughts on the series thus far, and share it around. Give the series some love amongst the TW community. Because, you know, we gotta share the love, you know?
That's it.
But until next time, I'm BT Savage. This is Matt, and we'll see you in the next episode of Crimson Championship Wrestling.